So, what next? Well, what next is a question I often ask myself. I've just been away on 2 weeks holiday and I've come back, and actually, as is often the case when I've been away and I've had time to unwind, time to stop and reflect and think, I often come back, and the first week I'm back from a holiday, I quite often ask myself that question: what next? What are the things that I need to be doing more of? Maybe what are the things I need to be doing less of? Last night my son-in-law and I watched the women play football against Spain. It was a really exciting game. And actually throughout the whole of the game I was thinking, what next? You see, it looked like in the first half that we were going to lose. Spain had got a goal and we were struggling to hold them back. And I was thinking, what next? And then we got a goal, and then it went to extra time, so there was another half an hour of what next. Well, as you probably know by now, we won, and we're going on to the what next. My daughter this week, school breaks up. My daughter has just finished her first year of teaching. And I'm thinking, what next? And she lives in our house with us, and I look at her each day. She comes home and she's tired. Sometimes it's a bit stressful. It's all the things you'd expect with someone entering the profession of teaching in their first year. And I look ahead to the summer and I think, well, what next? Meg, what are you going to do? You need some downtime. What next? How can we organise for you and Jack to go away and have a nice holiday, whatever that might be? Well, here this week on Travelling Together, we're going to take a time to look back. And I've produced just a short video, which is just some summary of what we've been doing over the last 2 years. You see, Travelling Together started at the start of the COVID pandemic. That was definitely a time, I'm sure, where many of us were saying, what next? What next in terms of this pandemic? When is this going to end? How is this going to end? And there was a certain amount of stress and worry. And we started Travelling Together pages to create something of a magazine style online content that actually allowed you, the viewer, in various ways to connect with God. You see, I believe God has plans for each one of us, whether you know him now or whether you don't, whether you've known him for many years or you're just new to this whole Christian faith thing. I believe God has purpose for us. And so it's right always that we stop and we say, what next? Well, if you look behind me, you might just be able to see there's a green field, and at the top of the field is a blue band. What next? I asked myself as I cycled up here today. Well, actually, the field there is the local farm, and each year they do a sunflower maze. And each year the proceeds of the money that they raise by allowing people to come and wander through the maze, the money that they raise goes to the Kingfisher ward in the Dorchester hospital. Well, this year they're going to split the money raised because they're also going to support a hospital in Ukraine. It's a really wonderful and worthy cause. And I'd encourage you, if you've never been, or even if you have been, come along. It's going to be great. I'm not sure exactly when it opens. I'm guessing in about a month's time. But this year they've got an area of blue at the top of the field. So in about a month's time it's going to be wonderful yellow sunflowers with a blue for Ukraine along the top. I know that what next, or at least I think I do, but I don't know what the maze will be like or how to find my way around. The Travelling Together pages, James and I have been speaking recently about various time pressures that we're both under, and we feel it's right that we stop meeting and spending quite a lot of time recording the talk each week. We're now back at church. We're back at church in the same way that we've always been before the COVID pandemic. And the talks that James or others do on a Sunday morning are always put on the website through the Listen Again section. So you'll be able to catch up on those talks. So we really feel that now's the time, whilst we know many of you appreciated the talks, that we revert back to the audio version. It's usually there by the Monday or Tuesday, so you can keep in touch and in line of what's been going on. But we've asked ourselves what next for the Travelling Together pages, and that's really what I want to ask you today. You see, you may have watched various things. You may, through watching the short video that we've produced, be reminded of some things. And we'd love to hear what it is that you want. What do you want to see on this magazine of the Travelling Together page, whether it be weekly, fortnightly, monthly, whatever it is? maybe some more interviews, maybe some 5Q testimonies. Maybe you've really enjoyed the talks and you'd like to see some topical talks done by various people throughout our church community. Maybe you love the music, you love the worship that we produce. You know, you may have ideas that we've not even thought of. Again, we'd love to hear from you. So drop us a line, get in touch, fill in the form at the bottom of the page and let us know what next. I've also included this week a short video from Stuart Dawson. I went and interviewed him earlier in the week. I'd encourage you to have a look at that. I'm sure in the way that Stuart is training for the trip that he's about to do, he's probably also thinking a little bit himself, what next? And we're going to hopefully use the Travelling Together pages to keep you informed and keep you updated on Stuart's progress as he does the adventure that he's doing. So keep looking out for that. So get in touch, let us know. We pray, as always, you have a great week. We pray that these pages in some way can continue to support you and help you make that connection to Jesus in the way so many of us have over the last few years. So have a good week. We'll catch up again very soon. Thanks a lot.